Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon to new moon, August 2022? I am your reader. Fellow Earth sign, Mark, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Join the Circle Production since 1998. 24 years of amazing, fun, creative service. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box, and a lot of that wisdom and grace came from that 24 years as a professional witch so far at the time of this recording. Oh, and I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. Loving it there very, very much. Building a lovely community of subscribers, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses, and soon-to-be mystics are my subscription tiers. If you want to check it out, different benefits for each, different price ranges. Check it out. There's a link in the description box if you want more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal. Then come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Shall we? Let's get down to business. Capricorns, business-oriented signs that you often are. I do love my Capricorns. I think I say that every Capricorn reading because I really do. If you are new to the channel, an 8-card draw. It used to be 7-card draw. Now it's an 8. Got a new deck. Loving it very, very much. It's just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon timeline from full to new, the letting go, the releasing, the alchemy from lead to gold, pain to peace, shadow to light. 3 atoms more in lead than gold. So releasing those 3 atoms, symbolically speaking, spiritual alchemy, over a 2-week period to plant a seed at new moon. So you're going to weed the garden for 2 weeks, and you're going to plant a seed and watch help that grow. And the new moon to full moon reads are 5-card draws, and they are my favorite. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about the timeline we are about to look at, or maybe you got 4 different areas of your life that need waning, releasing, forgiving, surrendering, alchemy, shadow to light, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. You get what I'm saying. For this 2-week period, we've got the full moon in Aquarius Thursday, August 11th, 9:36 p.m. I am in New York, so that's Eastern time, and lovely. An Aquarius moon on a Thursday. That's an air sign on an air day. Thursday is ruled by Jupiter, planet of air expansion. It's really, really quite lovely. A lot of, when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. It's going to be a powerful full moon for expansion, abundance, often for finances, money, that kind of stuff. But then we begin the waning, the releasing, as I said, to the new moon in Virgo on Saturday, August 27th. So I find it interesting that we have an air Aquarius, fixed air on an air day, Jupiter, and we have Virgo, mutable earth, on an earth day, Saturn, which is an earth planet. So it feels very, very powerful, this waning moon, to plant something really, really powerful on that new moon. So both feet on the floor if you can, just stay grounded, focus on your breath if you will, and I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace for the Capricorn Collective and cross-watchers. They can benefit from this as well, because no matter who's doing the shadow work, there's personal shadow work and then there's collective shadow work. The more we clear our own corner of the garden, if you like it, it affects the entire garden, so to speak. Quantum truth being what it is, every time we heal, everybody else heals. So if we don't, we repress it, and it goes into the collective shadow, and then we see things like violence and war and lies and corruption and all this crazy going on planet Earth. Violence in many different ways, shapes, and forms. So that's why I want to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can remember. Is you do you. You're doing this for all of us, and if you are a cross-watcher, particularly the mantra, work it, because you'll not just be healing you and the Capricorn Collective, you will be helping all of life. Yeah? That's how this rolls, apparently. And that's why I'm a mystic. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Breathe. Still point. I'm tapped in. Here we go. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, please one card in clarity as I call upon the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, Lord Ganesh himself, Lord Ganesha, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons from all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Please, one card in clarity, the eighth chakra dominant archetype hovering over the head of the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and/or cross-watchers watching this video, and receiving this reading that affects the electromagnetic fields, what they attract and what they repel, in all of their chakras, which we'll be having a look at too, so that they can delay the alchemy, the lesson, the letting go, the release, the shadow work, but it cannot be prevented. So they have the free will to do it now, do it later, next life, 10 lives from now. So give it to us. What's the soul power they are developing? Shadow to light, toxic to healthy, pain to peace, fear to love, on all of that. Oh, wow. Excuse me, there's got to be a throat chakra thing going on here. This full to you got the king. Now I know this is in the title because I would not put this in the title, and it's interesting, in the tarot, the Capricorn card is the King of Pentacles, cardinal earth. So I find that interesting. I'm going to read you that in a minute because the king archetype is a masculine family archetype, 9 different families. This one can be is really problematic in the shadow and really magnificent in the light. All archetypes are neutral. But when I read the card, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. This is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. So if you're seeing a lot of the shadow attribute I'm about to read in the world, you find this within yourself, within your life, and you alchemize it into the light, it's got to shift. Shifting the whole world from a more golden rather than leaded timeline. Shadow attribute, excessive feelings of entitlement and rulership without restraint. I think we call that toxic patriarchy. Pretty much. I'm a feminist. Sorry, wrong channel. If you're not, if that triggers you, the light attribute, enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your charge. So this is not about being in a male form. This can show up in any way, shape, or form, well, whatever gender you choose to identify as. You do you. I love you as you are, and you're an immortal soul without gender that came into a physical body that happens to have, and then you can play with it as you so choose, in my opinion. So the king archetype, what would it be like to have a benevolent, enlightened king vibration on the planet rather than excessive feelings of entitlement, which is the deadly sin of the solar plexus, Caroline Mace, Defy Gravity, also in my book, Words of Grace. Rulership without restraint. Oh, please, is this playing itself on planet Earth? And I am not going to comment any more than that on that. Let's see, though. All right, got that hovering over your head, beaming down the program, the codes to the other chakras so that they shift what you attract, what you can repel, so you can alchemize this for yourself and everyone else on planet Earth. The next 4 chakras down we're doing with the daughters of the moon. Tarot, crown, third eye, throat, and heart, your interior world, your feminine energy, and where the shadow work begins, because throat chakra minimum, you have the choice to delay what cannot be prevented, but believe me, this alchemy is going to get done one way or another, with or without you. This life, next life, 10 lives from now. Let's do it this life. Let's do it in this next 2 weeks. Please take a nice deep breath. And a feline just came on the scene. I'm going to keep my cat mama situational awareness a little on high. One more time. Breathe. Still point. My goddesses of earth, the sign of Capricorn, powers of the north, please, one daughters of the moon tarot, to bring some clarity, guidance, grace, some information, inspiration, insight. What do they need to be aware of? Heart, third eye, crown, the world behind their eyes, their personal level of power, their feminine energy, their goddess energy, their yin dynamic, to help them do this shadow work of the king, this full to new, August 2022, you got the card of revelation, celebration, the card of judgment. The judgment card here, women dancing in a circle out in the wilderness until you look at it again, and they're dancing around the navel of the divine Mother Earth. You can see the breasts in the foreground, pubic mound in the back of the thighs. You get the idea? So it was there all along. It's Agatha all along. Celebration. You know, that's a great twist on that card in terms of interpretation, because it is an alignment of anytime it's a major arcana card in a reading like this. If it's heart, third eye, crown, then if it's major arcana, it's all four. If it was fire, it could have been throat chakra. If it was air, it could have been third eye. If it was cups, you know what I'm saying, could have been water. But this is really speaking about the whole shebang in their real alignment. Now, I'm going to say, enlightenment usually comes after a revelation. In other words, it was there all along. You just weren't looking at it right, or it just wasn't time, right? It's like, you know, every time an archaeologist goes on a dig, you know, it was there all along. It just had to be, what? Revealed. So there may be pieces of the puzzle coming together for you on the inside that really could make you a very enlightened, benevolent leader. Enlightened, benevolent leadership. I'd love to see that, more of that, particularly regardless of your gender. Again, you do not have to be a male to pull this off with the king archetype. Well, how many men are claiming the name queen? Work! Okay, so there we have it. Let's implode the paradox. Let's implode the whole gender dynamic unity now. All right, lower three chakras. Let's look at the masculine energy, the mythic tarot. The masculine energy. From the outside looking in at you, maybe you from the inside looking out at another person, place, or thing, because the lower three chakras are about relationships in the physical world. Root chakra is groups, tribes, circles of friends. I always go back to, like, you know, are you a Yankees fan or a Mets fan? Them's fighting words in my house, in my family, my house, I don't care, but in my family, right? You know, from New York, so, you know, those are tribes. So your political leaning, all of that. Second chakra, your relationship to another person or thing, like an umbilical cord, the navel. Money, sex, and power, and all that. Third chakra, your relationship to yourself and the world. Your self-esteem, how you present yourself. Your honor code, your boundaries, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Your integrity, right? How you carry yourself, your relationship to yourself and the world. Let's see what hits the table. I'm kind of interested to see what an enlightened king looks like. Please take a nice deep breath. Had plenty of shadow kings in my life. Still point. Here we go, as I call upon my gods of earth. The sign of Capricorn. Powers of the North, please, beloved, grounded, strong, stable gods of Capricorn. One card in clarity, please, for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Lower three chakra, inside out, outside in, can be a mirror of both often. To help them do this shadow work of the king with celebration, revelation, judgment in the third eye, this full to new. Woo! Well, Two of Wands on the outer, very solar plexus, feels like a personal choice that you have to make. I know people will say indecision, but it is that moment to decide whether or not you're going to take the journey. You're going to do the shadow work? Yes, it starts on the inside, but if something's being revealed to you, it might be like, well, there it is. I see it. I get it. I have a king pattern that I am alchemizing from lead to gold. I don't know if anybody says it that way, but you could, right? Now I have to choose. Now this is not life-changing. It's only a 2, right? It's a choice. And a choice could be to look into it further. The choice could be to ignore it completely. Here we have Jason and the Argonauts standing outside of the cave of Chiron, the centaur, the Kentor, the wounded healer, but the teacher of heroes. I mean, Achilles, Heracles. I mean, he's amazing. And his cave is made of rose quartz, according to Madeline Miller, A Song of Achilles, and Circe. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant work. I love her work. So, you know, obviously he takes the quest, but that is like the issue of the hero's journey. Like, the call has been issued to the hero's journey. Usually the hero denies the call. Let it pass, let it go to voicemail. But then disaster ensues. This feels like this revelation going on the inside. It's like, what you gonna do about it? As a king. Woo! All right. Let's get you a healing mantra. The Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck here to help you bring all that into alignment and do the alchemy. And remember, if you're a cross watcher, do the mantra at least, because it's going to help you heal anyway. But then it will help heal the Capricorn Collective as well as all of life, really. Just do the work. I'm doing it. Trust me. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Here we go. All right. I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because that king could be in anything. Like, I could have said of masculine energy, but that doesn't feel right. So please, Ascended Masters, General Assembly, all y'all, please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video and receiving this reading, the perfect mantra to help them bring all this together, to alchemize the king with revelation, celebration, the judgment card on the inner, and Two of Wands, a choice. It may be a simple choice, but it may not be an easy one. Help him heal this full to new with creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Now that's a healthy king. Look, I'm going to play my role and I'm going to do my best. And you're going to play your role. Everyone has a role to play. More gets accomplished, right? Many hands make light work. Chokure, chokure, chokure. It's creating cooperation. Why wouldn't a king create cooperation, right? Well, it's not really cooperation if it's rulership without restraint, right? You know, that's not great. That's no fun. That's pretty close to despotism. Let me read you from the Bookie Book. This is one of 4 Bookie Book reads, as I like to call them, because the authors are just amazing, all of them. I don't work with systems. Technically, this is a healing system, not divination. Same with Carolyn Mays. But I if I don't love them, I don't work with them. Ready? Breathe. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. When cooperation is created, the unity of all is accessed to accomplish more in one moment than any one person can do alone. So just look at that in terms of the enlightenment. We're going to access unity because we're all one. It's the illusion of separation, the truth of unity. As a creator of cooperation, you are giving others the right to contribute, which only broadens the effect of collective expression. And if you're moving that to gold, that means more golden expression and creativity. Sounds lovely. Once cooperation is created, all facades of competition melt away, allowing each individual to feel a renewed depth of self-worth by serving a vision greater than any degree of individual gain. Do you feel that? It's like to inspire people, to empower people, to do that in a benevolent and enlightened way. Do we not need more of that on the planet? Yeah, we need more of that on the planet. This mantra is ideal for enhancing teamwork, transforming family dynamics, right? So this isn't just about the boardroom, or maybe not at all, depending on who's watching, and increasing inner peace. Which the revelation is like, oh, this is what we need to do. I get it. You're one card away from the completion of the cycle at the world of the universe, Shakti, the life dancer, and Daughters of the Moon. I like it. I like it a lot so far. 4 more to go. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved. Obviously, there are other people involved here. The Whispers of Love Oracle can turn the party fast, right? It's got the romance card and the spiritual connection card and the true love card. There are no womp-womps, but certainly we could take a right turn or a left turn at Albuquerque. 2 Wands, choices. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Very Capricorn. So call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love most needed for the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by the higher self collective involved in all of this, to help them alchemize the King, celebration, revelation, judgment card, final judgment made on the inside about maybe this Two of Wands choice in front of them, but really in alignment if that is so. And if they are willing to create cooperation, because more gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play, maybe delegate, maybe share, but really compassionate and lovely about it. What do you got for them then to help them with that alchemy? This full to new, August 2022. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. Now, I know a particular Capricorn who I'm sure is watching this video. She's one of my patrons on Patreon. A salon owner. I'm not going to say your name, darling. But I know you love your people. And you're not just the queen. I think that makes sense. Treasure your loved ones. That's going to be the difference between a shadow king and a light king. Just is. Open your heart to them. It's there. There is a revelation going, and if you are walking a spiritual, mystical, whatever kind of, path of spiritual awakening, it's a big part of that card of revelation, that celebration. And treasuring your loved ones, when do you more do that than when you're in a place of celebration? And creating cooperation. I love this. I love this. I love Capricorns. I said I would marry one. I didn't say I will marry one, but I would. They get younger as they grow older. I think that's why. We'll hire someone to diaper them. If it goes there, please no. If you're going to walk the hero's journey, so to speak, particularly with Jason and the Argonauts here, well then why not know the divine animal walking with you, the spirit animal or totem? Not exactly the same thing, but we'll have that conversation on Patreon eventually. At least in my take, my training, my teaching. Stacy DeMarco, I love her so much. Oh my god, this book is amazing. The deck is incredibly gorgeous. So let's see who's walking with you on the path, or flying, or crawling, or swimming. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Once again, straightening of the spine. I hear you. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, please, beloved ones of the animal kingdom, what is their oracle message, as well as who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, giving them the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, power, support, protection, and an oracle message needed to help them alchemize this king. Celebration on the inner, Two of Wands on the outer, creating cooperation and treasuring their loved ones, which for a shadow read sounds amazing. This full to new August 2022. The butterfly. Butterfly, spiral high. The soul. The Greek word for the soul and butterfly is the same, and it is psyche, Psyche. Isn't that interesting with the word psychology, though? They don't usually talk about the soul too much in Jungian. Well, Jungian, yeah, not so much Freudian. What card? I'll show you the picture in a minute. Card number 28, the butterfly. Like, that just straight out of Beltane, Long Island. If you know what I'm talking about. Little kids running around with wings, The soul. The immortal soul. Human, hero, immortal, God. Ego, personality, soul, higher self. What did I say? Card number 22. They put white type. Card 28. They put white type on a white background. Obviously not earth signs. Obviously not Virgos, at least. Where are you, my beloved butterfly? Teeny tiny little book, but so packed with so so much information. I'm just going to read you the first part and the last part, the verbal description and the magical application. I need the magnifying glass or this micro font. Please take a nice deep breath. Card number 28, Butterfly. I love the Latin name. Lepidoptera. I know the P is silent, whatever, or the T is one or the other, the soul. To experience our full selves, we often go through a difficult period of transformation and growth. Trust what you feel. We all have stages to pass through in life, and not all are easy. Look ahead to where you wish to be, not where you have been. Self-trust and trust of your partner are necessary for positive relationship. Well, so yeah, this is about support and being supportive. And in terms of partner, what if we made that plural, partners, symbolically speaking, not necessarily speaking business partnerships? This is a family, right? You're all rowing the boat of the family, the tribe. There is definitely something very tribal about that. I don't know how you can have a king without a tribe, right? So there might be more root chakra choices and decisions here than one would think. Let me read you the magic. Go cocoon! All right, the magic. Butterfly magic is key to growth and transformation of the soul. Going through trauma or difficulty, this is now officially a shadow read, by the way. Going through trauma or difficulty helps reveal our true self and to grow into the full magnificence of the soul itself. It's true. The personality as it integrates the soul, the personality as it integrates the ego integrates the soul, and the higher self integrates the soul. If that makes sense. Did I do that right? Probably not. When you need help moving from one life stage to another, then butterfly magic can be useful, although patience is often needed to embody change fully, and that's a Capricorn attribute, thankfully. When you require a dose of beauty, hope, and lightness of spirit, and a reminder to live your life to the full, then butterfly energy can be just the thing. Psyche, look her up. She ended up married to Eros, the god of erotic love, just saying. Mythic tarot, it's the Suit of Cups. But it's a brilliant myth anyway. So, the soul, I mean, this really is the butterfly saying that the eternal part of you is engaged here. Right? And the ego, of course, is going to have its own opinions and things that it wants, but it's human hero, immortal god. Egg, caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly, right? So even though it's, in my schemata, it's the higher self, it's still that process of the evolving into stages, but it's all happening simultaneously. We are all of that all at once, but we're doing it in a linear timeline. We are all four of those. They are all one thing from the highest perspective, and that's quite a revelation to have, the unity of it all. Remember, this is about tapping into unity, creating cooperation while you are going through what you are going through here. But the soul endures and survives everything. If you remember a past life, then you lived through it. You'll live through this. That's the fortunate and unfortunate part of it, right? Oh, more to come. Watch this space, blah, blah, blah. The new deck, The Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. She also does The Whispers of Love. Blue Angel Publishing is amazing. If anybody you know works for them, tell them I want to do a deck with them, because I'm moving my house this year instead of next. So, I don't know. If they reached out to me, I'd say, yeah, let's get it. And let's have a meeting. Okay, The Whispers of Love. The Whispers of Ganesha. Ganesha, or Ganesh as I know him, is a Hindu god, usually seen, almost always seen, with an elephant, as an elephant headed in many arms. A god of wealth, a god of joy, a god of abundance, but also known as the remover of obstacles. So if you look at the symbolic 3 atoms in lead to make it to gold, these have been really, really cool. And I love this deck, and I love what Angela wrote or channeled through or whatever from Ganesh. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. It's an honor to do this part. All of it is. Breathe. Still point. Here we go. Beloved, beloved Lord Ganesha, remover of obstacles, God of wealth, of joy, of peace, of enlightenment, really, and quite an inspiration for a king. Please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom to help them remove the obstacles, the lead, so that they can move more into the gold of the king archetype, because the world needs more of that on the planet, and certainly with that revelation, that celebration, that judgment card on the inner, with the choice they need to make on the outside. And it may not be so life-changing. It might just be the next step in a larger process, creating cooperation, because more gets accomplished when everybody has a role to play in treasuring their loved ones as they go. Keeping that heart open is certainly going to make this a lot better as they love others deeply, even if that's from home, right? Even if that's away from them, right? Because then the soul is engaged. The soul loves everybody because there's only one soul, ultimately. So please, your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message, your whisper, Lord Ganesh, for the Capricorn Collective and cross watchers this full to new. Surrender. Dorothy. Surrender. I mean, he's chilling. If that's what surrender looks like, because that's part of the that's definitely part of the shadow process. Just like, all right, you don't have to like it to surrender to it. Like, fine. Which is usually how I say it, fine. Oh, Fandadanda. Card number 2, huh? We're pretty early on in that. Surrender. All right, let's bookie book this. This one has not come up yet. Hold on. Right there. Surrender. Breathe. Card number 2, surrender. In the state of sleep, manifestations take root. What? What? In the state of sleep, manifestations take root. I didn't know that. I thought it was just recharging, you know, like plugging the phone in so I can get them work more. Here's a chance for rest and recovery after the challenges and various lessons that have recently been coming your way. Lucky cat, lucky goat, lucky sea goat. Ganesha is offering you the option to retreat into a calm environment and replenish your energy and regain your composure. As if there could be a Capricorn that lost their composure. There is a need to stabilize your energy and recognize that you have been wrapped up in a stress-filled time. You know what? With that card of celebration, revelation on the inner and a choice, I get that. And creating cooperation, yeah, that does make sense. Brief periods of respite will enable you to improve your energy levels and concentration, as well as bring greater peace to your heart. This will set you up to start anew, the butterfly. No matter how big the task you are involved in, times of recovery, including a good night's sleep, are important to heal the body and reset your mind back to positivity. Regardless of what you are facing, Ganesha is gently reminding you to surrender this challenge for a while. You can take time for yourself, knowing that when you are ready, the task will be there for you. If you are trying to make a decision or change, this may not be the best time. Give yourself a much needed break and decide once you have a clearer head. And you know what? That clearer head is coming. But that's the thing, you're the king. You get to choose in some way, shape, or form if or not you want to do that. It feels like that's the choice here. And again, it's not, I'm not putting this off forever. It's saying I'm reframing this, right? So I can treasure my loved ones. And this is going to help, right? To say, people, I'm going to need everybody's cooperation to do this. And this could be family. This could be a group of friends. This could be work. This could be anything. But surrender in that way, it's not that having to surrender your most beloved. That's a sacrifice. Not a surrender, but I think you're getting the vibe. Okay. I love that deck so much, and I love Lord Ganesh. Look, I'm an equal opportunity witch. It's like, if a god or a divine being comes into my energy field, or I stumble across theirs, and it feels lovely, it's like, hi. They usually want to hire me to do this. All right, and I mean not this, I mean this. Within the lead there is gold, right? That's the whole point of alchemy. There's a hidden blessing here. There's a soul power that you are not just anchoring into your own life and developing, but anchoring it into the Earth's electromagnetic field. So there is a hidden blessing, which is why the last card down is going to give us a look at the gold. Here, the Blessed Be, the Celtic mystical cards to enrich and empower. They're amazing. But I dedicated the deck, consecrated the deck actually, to the pantheons of all pantheons, traditions, lineages, and cultures. The prayers, the blessings are amazing. So let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, please, beloved ones, celestial ones, divine ones, what is the hidden blessing? The gold within the lead for the Capricorn Collective, so that they can embrace the enlightened, benevolent leadership within them, benefiting those in their charge. Feels very tribal. With that revelation, celebration, judgment card on the inner, all four chakras, heart, third eye, crown, with the Two of Wands, in a decision that feels very much a personal decision there, solar plexus, but they can create cooperation, because more gets accomplished when everybody has a role to play, and they can really treasure their loved ones as they surrender into the soul, getting the rest that they need, recharging, reviving, going into the cocoon for a bit to emerge with new wings. Please, hit him right in the third eye. Pantheons of all pantheons, what is the hidden blessing for them? This full to new August 2022, a blessing for good work. I'll hold it up so you can see the words. Can you see the words? There's flat. A blessing. I will make a point. A blessing for good work. She got a bird in her head. Girl, you got a bird in your head. What is it, a bird? Absolutely fabulous. I love that episode. You know when Patsy and Adina go to the hunting lodge? Is it a bee? Here's the tea. I'm going to read it from the bookie book. Yeah, this choice, people would think I cough all day long. I don't. I don't. This is definitely my physical Virgo vibe, like picking up on this. This is something you really need to chew on and think about. I wouldn't make a snap decision here. But a blessing for good work. That's pretty amazing. Card number 18. So we're going to do the blessing for realsies. It does end with the word blessed be. That ends the thing. So I'll say for the well-being of all with harm to none. And then we'll chat after if you want to hang out. Usually in the last minute or so as I release, in this case, the Capricorn Collective. I let the goofy out because it's a good way to release y'all. So I don't walk around with you all day long because I have no planets in Capricorn. But I do have the hardware. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons of pantheons convey, confer this blessing through me to them. And here we go. Card number 18, a blessing for good work. A blessing to bring you work that offers you opportunity to grow the soul, to create and to be fulfilled with those who will allow you to develop the talents that lie within you. Each of us longs for work that allows our soul to expand and to meet the potential of each day, but we often fall short, feeling our work is mundane and purposeless. Yet, we touch people with our words, energy, actions each day, changing lives with the beacon of our smiles and encouragement, even amidst the most ordinary of places. Let there be good work for you, and know that even if your work seems ordinary, nothing is without its blessing. May your soul's luminous radiance light up all opportunities to do good work and to find satisfaction in the small beauties of each day. May your work, however humble it may seem to be, find its purpose to heal and to help, to expand the abilities you have been so very blessed to receive. May your work reward you with enough in your pocket and skills born new into your world, which you can teach others and share and bring to your own life, enriching the personal with what you do through your working day. It's a very long sentence. May every act of work become a kind of act of devotion, shining on the beauty of your own blessed soul, showing to you the infinite variety of ways we can bring blessings to others. May you find the truth of the sacred within your work, and be blessed with the knowledge that Spirit works through you. For you bring blessings of light, of comfort, of healing and renewal to all who encounter you throughout your working day. No, it is blessed to find dissatisfaction too, and that this discontent can drive you forth into the arms of the next place that has the need of your skills and presence. Sounds like people making a career move. May your work bring you blessings and never leave you tired beyond what you can do. May those who receive the work you do be uplifted and never fail to offer you their thanks and gratitude, so you know that all has come full circle. Heart of celebration. May you be mindful in your work, available and present for those who seek your help, and may this focus refresh and reawaken you to your value each day. May each day begin with anticipation for the unknown work you will do, and may it end with the satisfaction of knowing that you brought your gifts to the day and changed it for the better, thanks to the work of your two hands. Blessed be, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. King, celebration, revelation, a choice to create cooperation, treasuring their loved ones for the evolution of the soul, surrendering, taking a break for a blessing on good work. Makes sense to me. If it makes sense to you, my Capricorn collective, please hit the thumbs up. To help others do this, how many people are looking for good work right now? Shift this within yourself and help them find the video. And if you have not yet subscribed to me here on YouTube, I understand. I'm a little controversial, I'm a little different. But if you want to, please do, because I'm having a field day. I'm not stopping anytime soon, and I'm going to be moving my house, so this is my outlet, and my work, my career, my vocation fused as one. And if you want to go deeper, if you want the behind the scenes, if you want the early content, the proprietary content, my darlings, me with a cup of coffee and a bathrobe every morning, pretty much talking about astrology, spirituality, and the magical applications of the day, then come Patreon. The magic, the miracles, the mysticism, the mouth is just waiting for you there. And it's a lovely community, and it really did save. It's been a blessing of good work on me for surezies. So come Patreon on Patreon. I think you'll dig it. That being said, if you want to book me for a private reading, I do work, career, vocation reads all the time for clients around the world. There's a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains it all for you, just like Lady Clarissa. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this waning moon, full to new in August 2022. Reach out, find the help you need, and go create some cooperation. I love you. Hang in there. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.